Hi, I'm Michael Green, and today I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about the stock market and why you should be investing. So first off, we're going to talk a little bit about why you should start. So first off, money grows over time, especially if you put it in the stock market. So you probably know if you put your money in a savings account, you get kind of a return on investment, kind of. If you put your money in a savings account, it sits there and you get a little bit of interest back. However, if you put it in a stock market, you can get a lot more interest back, to put it blatantly. And so much so that it actually beats inflation. And if you were to put it just in a savings account, it would not beat inflation. And then it also helps you build long-term wealth and potentially financial freedom. So first off, to kind of kick this off, we have the basics. So stocks are just ownership in a company. So if I were to buy one stock of Apple, I would have, I could technically say I have ownership in Apple. EFTs, another way to think about it is your portfolio. It's kind of just your ability to buy multiple stocks of multiple companies. And then we have diversification. When it comes to your portfolio, the ones that do the best are diversified, which means that it's the ones that, not just in electronics, not just in home goods, not just in sports, just overall, just any company you can think of, just a bunch of different companies. And those are the portfolios that tend to do the best and tend to have the best return on investment. So to start for you, you want to choose a platform. So first off, you want to choose your online brokers. So you have Fidelity, you have stuff like Charles Schwab, and then you can do your own called Robinhood. That's the one I use at least. And so you can kind of go two different ways with it. If you go through a company like Charles Schwab or Fidelity, you kind of just give them your money and they do it for you. They worry about which stocks to invest in, and things like that. And if you're someone who doesn't want to really worry about the stock market a whole lot, that is a good way to do it. Like I said, I also use Robinhood. That helps if you're someone who's interested in the stock market. That's a good way to do it because it's you get to choose where you put your money. And when looking at when choosing which platform kind of to use, you want to look for low fees, easy interest, and education tools. So low fees, obviously, like when you take your money out, this typically has to do with actual companies that invest your money for you. Typically what they'll do is they'll say, hey, we want whatever percent of profits we earn you, we want whatever percent of profits. And then easy entrance. This can be for a company or if you're just using something for yourself like Robinhood. Easy to set up, easy to start, not a whole lot of hoops to jump through, things like that. And then education tools, just to help you stay informed really, kind of what's going on with the stock market, where you should be investing your money, and things like that. So when you start, you want to start small. So I'm talking like $5 to $10 a day, or sorry, not 5 to 10 a day, more like 5 to 10 a month if you really need. And then you want to just focus mainly on consistent investing, not $200 all at once. You want to do, like I was saying, $5 to $10 a month if you can, and then as your wealth builds, and then for college students, I guess you could say as you earn a greater income, you can start investing more monthly. And then when you're first starting out, you also want to focus on companies that are already established. So when you think of like big name companies like Apple, Microsoft, I'm trying to think of some other ones. Companies like that, like Target, Shields, Bass Pro. When you think of bigger companies, those are typically when you first start out, companies you want to start investing in, because those companies you kind of know won't really, those companies aren't going to go bankrupt anytime soon, so you don't have to worry about losing all your money. And over time, those are companies you know for sure will eventually rise in stock prices. All right. So lastly, we want to think long term and just keep learning. So don't freak out if you lose money at first, especially if you have a diversified portfolio. There was a statistic that um, the the portfolio this company took all of their clients' portfolios. Obviously, it was all anonymous. They didn't put anyone's information out, but the stats were that the portfolios that had the best return on investment were the ones that were diversified. But you also, going back to, you don't want to freak out. When you invest in your first stock, if that stock takes a hit the first week of you having that stock, you don't necessarily want to pull out right away. And you don't want to try to time the market. So you don't want to wait an extra, like, if you start investing monthly, you don't want to wait an extra 6 days because you think that stock's going to go down. You just want to get it in there as soon as possible, and let your money start working for you. And then more of a personal thing, you want to review your goals yearly. That's always important. And then lastly, this should come without saying, you do want to stay updated on the market. And then overall, just kind of keep learning about the stock market, what stocks look good, what don't, easy ways to start, just overall keep learning. Thank you.